Surveys are pretty easy to put together and they generate a lot of community discussion. So they're really perfect for a day when there's big news out there, but you don't have the time to write a whole piece on it yourself. Just put up a survey and ask your audience what they think about the topic. So what do you ask people about though when you're doing a survey? I'm going to give you some general ideas, and of course these should be a great jumping off point for you to apply this idea into your own niche. You could ask people about where they learned about the niche from, how they got started in the niche. You could ask folks who their biggest idol or guru or mentor in the niche is. You could ask folks what they think that you should write about next. And you could either leave that open-ended and let them write, or you could give them 5 ideas and ask them to pick one. You could ask for their opinion on some recent news in your niche. You could ask them if they use a particular product or not. So I might say to my audience, do you use an iPad? Or you could ask them, will you buy a hot new product that's out? So I could ask, will you buy an iPad too? You could ask folks how long they've been active in the niche. And you could ask folks what their goals are in the niche. Are they doing this just for a hobby? Do they want to become a semi-pro? That kind of thing. So those questions should give you a good jumping off point, a good starting point. So now let's talk about the technical aspects of putting up a poll or a survey on your website. This is the WordPress polls plugin. Now there's a lot of different WordPress plugins available for doing polls. This is the one that I've used most recently and had success with. Of course, if you have another that you prefer, then go for it. Use that one. I'm in the screenshots section of WordPress.org so that you can kind of see how it works. When you're using WordPress polls, you can add a poll and then you can manage different polls and select templates and that kind of thing. So this first screenshot shows you how you add a poll, and then you can select answers. Do you allow users to select more than one answer? How many can they select max? So you can have 5 options and say, but you guys can only pick 2. You can have a start and an end date to the poll, or you can choose not to expire that poll. Here is the Manage Polls screen, and this will just give you an idea of the different polls that you have out there. Is it ended, and how many votes it had. Here's the poll options area where you can decide how you'd like your poll to look if you want to customize that. And again, some header and footer and body modifications that you can make to create a poll that really fits in with your website's theme, should you want to do that. Here you can add the polls into your sidebar in the widgets section, and how to do that, how to uninstall the plugin, and then here's what the polls might look like, and this is plain styling on somebody's site, and here's what a poll looks like when it's answered, so you can see that it'll give the results for people. So this is a good tool. If you want to create polls on your WordPress site, it's pretty simple, and like I said, it's what I've used most recently and had success with. Now another option for you is this product called Survey Gizmo, and I haven't used this, but I have seen other folks using it, and it appears to work pretty well. They do have a free level. That free level will only allow 250 responses per month, so that may or may not work for your site. But what works with Survey Gizmo is if you're not running a WordPress site and you still need an option to do a poll and you want to embed that on your site. There's also SurveyMonkey, but SurveyMonkey gives you a link that you send out or link to from your site and say, hey guys, will you go take this survey over here? People have to click the link, follow the link, go to the SurveyMonkey site, and then complete your survey or poll from there. And unfortunately, a lot of people just won't do that because they're like, I have to click a link and go over here. Whereas if you just stick the survey right in front of them, they will. So I've chosen to show you Survey Gizmo here as opposed to SurveyMonkey because Survey Gizmo does have the ability to embed their surveys directly within their website. So they've got a bunch of different levels of service here, and then you can have all kinds of questions like they can, you can have text boxes and essay answers. So this is good for more open-ended questions as opposed to WordPress polls, which will only let you select what the answers are, and then the users pick 1 or pick 2 or pick 3, whatever the case may be. But this will let your users actually just write in answers. So that may be applicable for you as well based on that information. You could also just ask an open-ended question and then ask folks to have discussion about it in your comments form. So that's better for things that don't have a short pat answer like we talked about with WordPress polls, but would rather lead to longer conversations amongst your readers. And creating those kinds of conversations is an essential thing to create community around your site. And a community, having one around your site and around your niche, is part of being a market leader. So take advantage of human nature's need to be seen and heard and ask your readers what they think from time to time.